Dun 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 dun. 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 I'll be back to ruin your franchise and terminate it. That's exactly kind of feeling that everyone has for the new Terminator Dark Fate. Anyways, this is Kaiju 2014-117 signing in. Today I'm going to review Terminator Dark Fate. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I will be honest. And whatever I say is exactly how I said it. But for you guys who are huge Terminator fans, you have to understand there are many people who have different opinions, okay? Now, my opinion probably won't matter to you because you already hate it as much as you want it. But look at this now. The things that you hate is going to get even worse, and it's never going to get better. But even if you do like it, it's still probably not going to get better either. So either way, doesn't matter. But hating it will be even worse because we already have a lot of conflicts between other people who actually enjoy it and other people who hate it. So, like, for example, Angry Joe, he actually liked it when he likes the action of the film. Even some of his friends even like it. It's just, if you're into the story, that is something else. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do two videos. This video will just be a review. The other video will be a spoiler angry rant. Now, when the spoiler angry rant review, I'm going to probably keep it either PG or PG-13. I'm not going to be R-rated. And the reason is because I don't hate the film too much. So, what do I think about Terminator Dark Fate? I gotta say it was a fun movie. A fun action movie, I would say. Is it better than Genesis? Oh, yes! It is way better than Genesis. Now, if you guys disagree and still saying it's the worst, then you're probably not thinking straight as of this moment. Or probably some people thinking that, oh, I just turn on my brain so we just have fun, and then say like, oh, so you like to vote for Trump for fun. Someone actually did comment and say I'm a Trump supporter. First of all, one, I am not a Trump supporter. And plus, I am not into politics, so I'm not going to get into that. But just to let you know, people have different opinions. And if you guys disagree with them, don't say something that just seems like, oh, I'm going to say something mean and stuff. Look, freedom of speech is freedom of speech. But freedom of speech, everything has a consequence. Even the way you say it has a consequence, okay? Even for me, I know what are my consequences, but I'm going to accept it, at least. If you guys can't accept it, that's on you. But I'm not hating on you guys. Just to let you know, I'm just saying just be careful what you say, as well as I would do. But I like this new Terminator film. I do. I actually like the action of the film. It's actually entertaining. What is it that I like about it? Because I like how we actually get some of our old characters back. Like Sarah Connor, which she has not appeared in Terminator 3 at all. And except Genesis, which the film was okay for me, but I'm not going to get into it too much. Now, if you're asking for my experience of Terminator, I actually like the first two a lot. Well, the second Terminator was my very first Terminator before I watched the Terminator. The original, before I realized he was a bad guy, which I never knew. And plus, I was a child at that time. And then I saw Terminator 3, and I actually liked it, but I was like, I was okay. Then the fourth one, I kind of liked the direction it was going, but then it doesn't feel like a Terminator. Then Genesis was kind of like a huge, kind of messy turn of event, I would say. But I was okay with the film. Now, this one, I will say this is a better Terminator 3 film. But there are some issues I do have with this film. And that cannot be denied at all. And I totally understand you Terminator fans, how you feel. Trust me, I do. It's just, people have their opinions. And I thought this was a fun film. Now, what is it I like? Like I said and mentioned, of course the characters came back. We actually get Sarah Connor back. As badass as always. She's always like the person who doesn't even care about, like, no, they're Terminators, I gotta kill them. And I know how to hunt them down. And she actually didn't show in a way that I feel it, but I don't want to spoil it too much. But I will say that more later on. But she says she claims to have hunt Terminators. Plus, even the trailer even mentions that too. But I'm afraid you have to watch to see, or just probably do what you gotta do to see it for free, I guess. But anyways, how's Arnold Schwarzenegger's character as the Terminator, or also known as Carl, well, I would say he's an interesting type of Terminator. But of course, I like him as always, and I find him actually being hilarious, and he's kind of funny. And then, of course, a new character. I believe the actress name is Mackenzie Davis, I believe. I probably may say the wrong name in reverse in a way, but I know it's one of those names. She plays as Grace. I gotta say, I like Grace. She's like the female version of Kyle Reese, I would say. And she's actually pretty good for being her own character and for being what she is. Now, what is she exactly? Is she a human or a Terminator? That one I will say in a spoiler section. And of course, let's talk about the villain, the Rev 9. I'd say he is a pretty interesting Terminator-like being. He's even probably more powerful than the TX. Why is that? Now, because Rev 9, we already know the T-1000 and TX, and probably a bit of John Connor from Genesis, both can change weapons from their hands or however. Rev can do the same thing. But what make it even worse is like how TX did. Like TX can shift into different shape by using one of its liquid metal molecules it used. Now for this one, it can do that. Do the exact thing. The only thing is it can separate two components. You have a robot and a liquid metal at the same time. Which that is even more dangerous. And what TX could have done too. Make it even twice as dangerous. But then again, it's the same copycat thing. You send someone back to the past to protect someone, and then you send someone from the past to kill someone. It's kind of basically the same thing. Nothing much different. I mean, the first two Terminators kind of did the same thing. Except from the first movie, of course, they sent a human to protect against a Terminator. As the second one is a Terminator against a new model Terminator. As for this one, it sent a new human or Terminator-like to protect against another Terminator. So basically the same thing. So you got like basically a generic story or just a general story. But overall, I actually enjoyed the film. I do. And I'm not going to deny it. You guys will probably say I am not a real critic. I'm not a real critic. I'm just a person who's just reviewing the film, saying what I like. Okay? That's what I like about the film. Now, if you hate it and disagree with it and you want to hate it even more, that is up to you. Okay? That is up to you. It is your personal feelings for the film. I just feel this film is okay for me. I'm not a hardcore fan. I'm probably not. I'm just a fan of the Terminator film. I'm just a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. But overall, the film is good overall. So is it a better Terminator film from the recent films we saw? Yes. But is it anywhere near Terminator 1 and 2? No. If they're gonna do another reboot for the film, I don't even know what to say. All I gotta say is this is probably the closest of getting probably a better sequel, Terminator 3. But overall, it's probably for the best. The Dark Fate is kind of one of them, since James Cameron himself said it's a sequel to Terminator 2 in a way. Now, anyways, I'm not a huge look. I'm a fan of James Cameron's work. I'm just not a fan of him. Why is that? Because he already did say that Genesis is a fun movie you guys should watch. If Fish wishes the Terminator 3. And now he's saying this is Terminator 3. Basically, it shows he's a sellout. Or basically, he's just such a smart, brilliant guy who talks like an idiot as well. Basically, anyone can be an idiot. But I'm just saying this is what happens when someone you trusted is saying that this is actually it, and then turns out something that you hate. Boy, James Cameron's gonna have a lot of backlashes for that. But anyways, guys, look, overall, the film is good. I'm not saying it's the best film. You gotta understand between best and good, okay? If I'm saying good, it's just good to watch. Just good, fun time. But if you don't feel like it's good, fun time, then that's fine. But if you think this is like the best, okay, I'm gonna disagree with you. It's not the best. It's good, just not the best. Not like how Terminator 1 and 2 did. So, my overall thoughts for this film. I know Angry Joe did 8 out of 10, which to me is a bit high. I would give it at least a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6 out of 10 you probably would say. Or some of you guys would probably say a 3 out of 10. I can understand. But for me, it's 7 out of 10. Now, I'll explain what is it I hate about the film. And that will be in the spoiler section. Anyways, guys, if you agree, just comment down below what you think. Just comment down what is your most favorite Terminator. I'm pretty sure everyone will say Terminator 2 or some will say Terminator 1. Then how about what is your worst Terminator franchise film you think you saw? For me, I would probably say is maybe Genesis in a way. I would probably say Genesis. Yeah, probably Genesis. Next to it would probably be Salvation and then Terminator 3. Because I kind of like the other two and then the Genesis was okay. Is it because of its rating? No. It's because of the story. And speaking of which, just to let you guys know, just because they change it from PG-13, from R-rated to PG-13, doesn't always mean it's worse. It just tones down the violence, yeah, but it's not mean it's not a fun film. But even if you upgrade it back to R-rated, it's still taking a load of crap from that. Like for example already, we already had Genesis upgrade from Terminator Genesis from PG-13 to Terminator Dark Fate to R-rated. People still hate it. It's because of the story, not because of the rating. I mean, half of it is a rating, but half of it is from the story. Just to let you guys know that. But anyways, thank you so much, guys. I hope the review will clarify what you think about the film. And if you guys disagree on what I say, I'm totally fine with it. And yeah, so anyways, thank you so much, guys. This is Kaiju 2014-117, signing out.